3 years ago, I built Plantech on WordPress, and recently I decided it was time for a complete rebuild. Not just a design refresh, but a complete rebuild of technology, design, future of the business, and I was totally confused which platform to select. Should I keep it on Shopify, on WordPress, on Wix, or should I take any other AI website builder, or should I just vibe code it? For almost 20 days, I did research. I even watched a lot of YouTube videos. I read a lot of blogs. I even built a fully functional version of the website with the help of emergent and anti-gravity. And after all of that work, I still ended up moving the whole website to Shopify. Let me tell you why. The first thing you need to understand is whatever platform you are choosing totally depends on who you are. Give me a minute and I will explain you how. So if you are a developer, then your answer will be completely different from mine, because developers can almost build anything because they understand code. They know how to debug the problem. But most of the founders are not developers. Most of small business owners are also not developers, neither they are technical. And that's where things get interesting, because for non-technical founder, building a whole website is not just about design. It's more about maintenance, reliability, and update, and it's about what happens 6 months later when something breaks. So let's break it down quickly. So while researching, I realized broadly there are only two types of websites. First is static, second is dynamic. Let's understand what these are. Think of static websites as portfolio websites, personal websites, landing pages, company profile websites. These websites mainly provide information, or they can just collect some sort of lead with any contact form embedded in the website. That's it. And honestly, I think this is where AI website builder shine. You can use tools like Hosting AI, anti-gravity, emergent, or even you can vibe code the whole thing. And you will get great design, great responsiveness, fast development, decent SEO foundation. And for most of the static websites, that is more than enough. But then there are dynamic websites. Now think of dynamic websites as e-commerce stores like Pulmonars, Snitch, or Daily Object, subscription websites like Shopify, SaaS product, job portals like Naukri.com, marketplaces, platform handling, customer data, or payment processing platform. And this is where things become serious, because now your website is not just displaying some information, it is handling money, customer information, it is handling orders, it is handling integrations, and that is where I started seeing challenges. The biggest issue I found in AI built websites is not creating them. The biggest issue is maintaining them. Creating is easy, but maintaining them is really, really hard. When something breaks, you should be having someone who can understand what is actually happening behind the scenes. AI can generate code, but AI do a lot of mistakes. Let's look at a video that I found scrolling.
भाई एक कैफे आया मुंह में, उसका मेन्यू स्कैन मेन्यू पूरा वाइब कोडेड है, ये दिख रहा है पूरा उससे कि यही से पूरा उससे बोल बोल के बनाया गया है इसको। मेरा ऑर्डर ये है, ठीक है, पर बात ये है सिक्योरिटी बग इसमें है। मैं यूआरएल के एंड पे गया और मैंने टेबल नंबर को चेंज कर दिया यूआरएल से C4, और उस बंदे का भी ऑर्डर आ गया है। वेरी गुड। अब क्या है, लेकिन दैट्स नॉट इनफ, ऐड मोर करके मैं उसके लिए एक ऑर्डर भी कर सकता हूँ अपनी खुद की टेबल से बैठ के। बर्बाद चीजें वाइब कोडिंग, बस बना दो यार, भेज दो जल्दी जल्दी। वर्डिक्स कैसे?
And this is not the only video on the internet. You can definitely search for more. So if you are not technical, then you won't even understand where actually the problem is. You just know something stopped working. And the second challenge is long-term update. Google changes things. Google more updates a lot of the time. Sometimes they are small, sometimes they are big. But that changes are really, really important for your site. Sometimes browser changes, technology evolves, customer experience evolves. And when you are running a serious business online, your website cannot freeze in time. It needs update, it needs support, it needs reliability, so it needs stability. And that is when I realized something very, very important. I was not looking for a very innovative solution. I was looking for a dependable solution, because platforms like Shopify, WordPress, and Laravel are actively maintained. and regularly updated by their communities and developers. As technology evolves, these platforms adapt in the background, so you don't have to make major changes to your website yourself. However, if your site is built using a specific programming language or custom code base, it often requires regular updates and maintenance to stay secure, compatible, and up to date. So, after spending 20 days building and experimenting with AI, I decided to move onto Shopify. Not because Shopify is perfect, not because AI is bad, because I wanted a platform that can handle growth without me consistently worrying about things and technical issues in the website. Today, I'm using Minimog theme in Shopify, and most of the design that you see on my website is customized. A lot of work is still pending, but the website foundation feels much more stronger. So here is my advice. If you are building an MVP, validating an idea, creating a portfolio, or just making a simple website, then AI is best platform out there. Use it. It is faster than ever before.
I was vibe coding with Replit a few weeks ago. The power of what you're going to be able to create on the web, we haven't given that power to developers in 25 years. So that is going to come ahead.
But if you are building something that handles payments, customer data, orders, membership, subscription, then think carefully. You can absolutely use AI, but either work with a skilled developer, and I'm talking about a legitimate developer, not a vibe coder, or you can choose a platform which is built specifically for that purpose. Because building a website is very easy. Building a business on the top of that website is very, very hard. And that is exactly why I switched from emergent and anti-gravity to Shopify. If you are stuck in choosing a platform for your website, comment below what you are building, and I would love to share what I have learned throughout the whole process. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.